Hello. Trading is closed on March the 10th, 2022. We always start with our disclaimers. Let us do that. It's my trading plan for the 10th of March, tomorrow. Remember, I can be wrong. Any trade should be at your own risk. We always go over our calls. We had a target, 42.76.95, pretty far away. I thought it might fail, but it didn't. Printed support resistance at the target. We had mixed signals. We said the commonest thing was a gap and prompt move outside yesterday's range. We had the gap, and without a significant consolidation, we moved promptly outside yesterday's range. I said that I thought we were near a low in terms of time, but not necessarily in terms of price. And I also said a strong gap would make me change my mind. Well, that strong gap certainly put the higher target into play. When you gap up like that, it's pretty unlikely it's going to retrace under this low. So once we gapped up, I was looking for that price, which we got. Now, tomorrow's pattern should have the early high. We'll come back to that in just a minute. We got an ultimate sell signal during this rally. That certainly worked. This move was said to be false, would retrace. That move was said to be false, would retrace. That's already played out. Gapped up, hit higher highs. This close was under all these highs. It's a negative pattern. Doesn't mean you have to close lower. But if we don't gap and take this high out early, we should see lower prices. Let's look at the wave count and see if we can figure out how to count this. So the wave count I'm using doesn't make it right, but the fibs all fit. We have an ABC, and now we're starting this wave. Let's just look from red B. Well, if that's red B, we completed blue B and blue C, which is equal to blue A in the other chart. We have an ABC, and if you look at from A, you look from here to here, it's the height of the ABC, from the high of A to the low of B, is just a 61.8% retrace. So it stopped at the Fibonacci retracement, closed under all these highs, couldn't clear any of these highs, so for now at least it's just consolidating within the range, and for now at least hasn't accomplished anything. It's another reason to look for a pullback tomorrow if this holds. Now, how do we count today's action? Well, I'm counting it as a leading diagonal triangle. Here's your A, your B, your C, your D, your E. Sometimes a five-wave pattern at the open is just a straight line, but this is the typical 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 pattern of a leading diagonal triangle. These aren't only seen in impulses, they're also seen as the A wave of a zigzag. And unless that's disproven, that's what I think this is. I think this is A of a zigzag. I think we'll pull back in B and then have the wave C up, which should be equal in magnitude to wave A. Doesn't make me right, but that's how I'm reading it for now. Now, how low could this pull back? Well, that's not so clear. We don't have to hit this target, but I'd like it if we did. And we don't have to stop at this target, 43.3905, but we often will. So So if that's A, then the pullback in B, and if C is equal to A, how far is the pullback? Well, I get around 42.08. So if we pull back to 42.8, then rally and hit here, makes a lot of sense. It's not the only way to count it. I'm penciling it in, not in ink. All I'm saying is I'm looking for a pullback in wave B and then a C wave up equal to this A, and it doesn't all have to happen in a day. Tomorrow's count has a really high. We could gap down. Typically it's a rally day with a final hour high. Failure is a straight line drop. We gapped up, hit higher highs, and closed under some intraday highs. Unless we gap and promptly overtake today's high, we should see lower prices tomorrow. Doesn't require a lower close. I'm reading today's rally as a leading diagonal triangle. It can occur as the A wave of a zigzag pattern. Once the pattern completes, I think the decline continues. It doesn't all have to happen in a day. So that's the plan. I can change my mind, particularly if we gap smartly. But that's what I'll be looking for. Pattern has the early high. Usually it's a rally day. So if we complete a wave B down early, there could still be time by the end of the day for a strong recovery. But you might have to wait until later on as well. And that's today's call.